2025 is going to be the best year in the RV industry. I mean, look at this back area. 2 desks, laundry room, dual vanity with a massive bedroom. This is something that I think you are really going to enjoy. This thing's even got hidden storage. Oh yeah, we're gonna tour all of that. What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is going to be something that I truly think that you are going to enjoy. This is going to be a prototype model. This is the 2024 Impression 360 MYR. And as you can see, they went ahead with different decor changes on the exterior. If you're familiar with the Impression lineup, they also went through a pretty severe interior decor, now including a standard dishwasher. But you can see they got you know, kind of the grayish with the whites, the black. The front cap is looking really nice. This is the new Forest River logo, by the way, but all those specifications that you saw, including a link for the pricing, will be down in the description of this video, you know, along with a couple other little handy things that I'll put in there. But I hope you guys enjoy this tour. We're going to head right on into the inside. Fiberglass exterior, aluminum frame construction. You can see the awning goes all the way down the entirety of this, but you also have tinted framed windows. Really nice pass-through storage, and I like the fact you don't see any exposed wood. They got that thermofoil, so even though this is going to be in more of like a, you know, kind of mid-level, you know, as far as like fanciness and price, kind of entry mid-level, you get a lot of high-end features. But I'll tell you, this laundry room is going to absolutely kill it. So they're kind of going off of that sandpiper model that I did that had like, there's like 2 million views on Instagram, but they adopted the laundry room, made it a little bit smaller, so there still isn't a massive fifth wheel, but you get really everything that you need. And I just think this front area, you know, is absolutely beautiful. You get a desk, 2 recliners. We'll see if they keep those. You know, I was talking to them. Maybe it's a theater seating. I don't know. We'll see about that. Really nice slide height, which is going to make really, really big windows. And I love the fact that you get a desk here and up in the front of the camper, which we'll get to here in a second. And drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this table, because I could see that being something that people absolutely love. It is just so different. I've never seen, you know, anything quite like it. And these lights, those are just super, super cool to look at. I mean, I could stare at those for quite some time and not be bored. They got the little bubbles there. LED action, pretty darn slick. And then here in the back, the rear kitchen setup, which I am pretty partial to. You also have countertop space on both left and right of one of those fancy kind of TikTok sinks. That's actually where this originated. You saw it started to get implemented into some RVs, but it came off a TikTok video, funny enough. So if you ever see something that you really like, you know, drop comments. And I mean, they definitely pay attention to it. Social media is growing, you know, ever so every day. Solid surface countertops. So that's always nice. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. This window in the prototype, it will get, in the future version, we'll get taller and a little bit more centered, but it gives you a good idea. There's Josh, the old RV nerd down here. And then you got your blinds right here. And you also have that dishwasher, which is really nice. And again, that comes standard. It's a little guy, but man, I mean, who likes to do dishes? I know I sure don't. So you can wash them down in your fancy little sink, flip it off to the dishwasher. But you turn this and it comes out either here, you know, or over here. And this is one of those little fancy cup things. And then you got the hitting those dishes from all angles. Plenty of cabinets, plenty of drawers. You're going to get 3 pull-out drawers. A smaller oven. I'd like to see a little bit of a bigger oven, but in this price point, this is typically what you're going to get. But you're going to get enough room, you know, for a pizza, DiGiorno. Well, I guess pizza and DiGiorno, they're kind of the same thing. But pizza, cookies, and then you got a 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixins. You got kind of that prism look back here, along with a spice rack, which is pretty cool because this is going to be the vent, I'm assuming, from the oven going up behind that. So no wasted space, along with a couple outlets. And then you got yourself a little microwave right here. But I mean, what do you guys think about the floor plan? And what do you guys think about that intro? Trying to do a couple more things, make some videos exciting. Working on editing, doing like the 2-in-1. So hopefully that, you know, worked out. Table for 4. So pretty interesting, all the seating that you get just in this one little area. I mean, you got the 4-top table right here with the round look. The desk with a flip-up counter to get a little bit of work done. The 2 chairs, and then the pull-out sofa there as well. So pretty darn interesting. And then right over here, you have your massive 12-volt built-in refrigerator. So you got a little wine rack if you're somebody that likes to have, you know, a couple glasses of the apple juice at night. And then freezer on the left, refrigerator on the right. Really pack away a long week's worth of, you know, food, absolutely no problemo. And then to the left, you get some pretty good drawers here as well. And these are also getting a little bit of a facelift for the second variation of this. So you'll see this get just a hair wider, and it'll get down to the floor there. So plenty of good, you know, area for your dry foods and all that good stuff. Love the countertop space over here. I like to see that coffee time because that is exactly what I'm putting there. A little Keurig action, maybe a blender if I want to get a little funky down at the campground. More storage with the textured glass. I think that's pretty darn nice. And then 2 pull-out drunk drawers, which should get filled up with a whole bunch of stuff that you'll never see. They have some pretty good depth to it. That's your travel lock for your refrigerator, by the way. And then bada bing, bada boom. And then flip it around over here. And we're back over to the start. But I also like the fact that when that table's over here, there's not, I don't know what it is. The disposition of it is just a little bit different. It's not, it's like it's in the way, but it's not in the way. It's just such a nice little floor plan. Open and roomy, but functional, you know, at the same time. The recliners are pretty darn comfortable, and they go back pretty darn deep. Let me show you here. So you can see with these rocking recliners, you are going to get above them pretty good head height, probably sitting around 6'3". But these are extremely comfortable, and they're directly across from your TV, which is nice. But right over here on this side, if I can spin that far, this is going to be the part where you pull out to recline. And they are kind of on that quick recline, where if you pull it away from the wall, let me move this up here just a hair. Pull it away from the wall just a little bit. I mean, you can lay down and catch a pretty darn good little snoozer. You're also going to see that you get tinted windows, an emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry, and they all have the blinds, plus they open up for a really nice breeze. But let's go ahead and get on and check out the check out that laundry room. And you know what? Before we check out that living room or the laundry room, I do want to point out the desk here because that's obviously a massive selling point, extremely important. No carpets in the slide. So you have the vinyl woven material. It does blend in with the middle section of this RV, which is nice. And underneath this table, you have the actual like little footrest. So, you know, we have 4 kids at home at various different ages, and I kind of like the idea that you can prop your feet up. I don't know if that's something that I personally would use, but I love that it's there. It makes for a more comfortable kind of seating experience. And then right here is going to be your desk, where you have this nice hard wrap plastic finish. You also have a little bit of hidden storage right there to put your various items. And then you have a power tower right here as well. You have a power tower right here as well. Flex it out. All right. You got 2 outlets, a USB, and then a universal C charger. And that's going to be something that you can collapse and get out of the way if you would like. You also got your 3 pull-out drawers that are going to be all looking just like that. So now that we're finished up, you know, kind of with this area right here, we'll check out the laundry room. Man, you know what? I am jumbling all around. I got a little sneak preview of a whole bunch of Salem, so the brain is a little bit racing. Got a whole bunch of people here showing a whole bunch of campers. But this is the view that you're going to get from the recliners that I was just sitting in. And you're going to have the 30-inch Furrion fireplace, 2 speakers, which is a little bit interesting. And one thing that I did not really enjoy, and if you caught it when I was pulling out the sofa, is you either got to move this over or you have to remove the speaker, which is extremely easy. I mean, it's just like that. And to plop it back in, you know, is just as easy. But it is something to be wary of when you're pulling out that sofa, just to make sure you don't break a snap. But 30-inch Furrion fireplace that puts out enough heat to heat up 500 square feet of RV. So in an RV this size, you know, it'll heat up the entirety of this area, absolutely no problem. Two 15K ACs, along with 100 watts of solar panel up top, with the ability to string together up to 500 watts, which is pretty darn cool. Same storage, both left and right. And then right here, you have this little latch. You open that up to a massive pantry. So, I mean, I'm talking blankets, you know, clothing. You can put some hoodies up there, jackets, board games, books, the works. You guys know how my wife likes to read. This would be a great place to have a little, kind of like an RV camping, like little bucket or something for her to put all her stuff in. It even has a little outlet. So if you wanted to put in, like a little mini fridge, or who knows, I don't know, vacuum cleaner, you know, something of that nature can go all right there. So then you close that up, and look at that thing. Thing's like all huge little bolt right there. You're also going to have your 60K on-demand Suburban hot water heater, along with your two connections for the, or the two screens for the AC. So you got dual zone right there, and then all of your awnings and slide out controls are located right here, along with tank heaters. So if you're not familiar with tank heaters, those will be underneath the camper, heated and enclosed underbelly, but it's a 12-volt pad that sticks onto it, so you can camp earlier in the spring, later in the fall, you know, without having to worry about it. This does have a 4 seasons package, and that's going to be part of it, so that's going to increase the ability to use the camper a little bit longer. And then you have all these little lights right there, so that way you can check, you know, all your tank levels and all of that good stuff. Now, this is going to be one of the stars of the show, and this is why that 3800 sells so freaking darn well, and why it did so on social media. A dedicated laundry room. But what I like what they did here is they did what all those comments where people were saying was, why not make it a half bath? So this is going to be your half bath laundry room with a sink, but talk about a perfect little utility closet. If guests come over or grandkids, they're not waking you up by going to your bathroom. Just a really nice space. And I don't know if this comes standard or not, since this is the prototype. I should have asked, but either way, you can tell that it's at minimum available. But what a great spot. And even if you didn't use them, you know, maybe you use it as a closet. And then right up here, you just got a ton of storage. You also have a little place to help suck out, you know, some of the steam or stink, along with a little roller door right here, which you can disconnect, you know, and open, no problemo. This is also going to be the old porcelain foot flush throne. And I'm a bigger guy, so having this I think is pretty darn important. It's a little tight over on the left side, but the right side is just fine. You know, maybe they could center it up a little bit, but I think for a half bath, I mean, this is primo. Plus, I mean, you can put all your hanging clothes right there. I like that. It's pretty darn cool. And it folds up against the wall. So, I mean, hang your laundry in there, you know, and do all that. Couple little windows right here for some natural lighting. They're also going to have the old Dracula shades, the night shades. Two floating steps to head up into your bedroom. And I think this camper just keeps getting better and better, because one, you got yourself the Versatilt, which is going to be a 17-inch lift. So that's going to give you, you know, about 2 more feet here to walk through, to play through. Now, to open up the under storage here, you're going to want to go ahead and lower that Versatilt and then open it up, you know, as you go. But for now, it opens it up to a ton of space. You got your LED lights there, you know, up underneath. Here are going to be the controls for your slide and that Versatilt. Plus, you got the ability, you know, to turn on and off your lights. The AC also has a dump valve, so if you want to disproportionately push all the cool air into this room, you know, if you're done watching a movie and done hanging out in there and you want just more cool air, well, you can have more cool air just with that. You're also going to be prepped for the Wi-Fi extender and LTE booster right here, which is always nice. A little bit more of, you know, home on the road. And then hopefully the overlay dropped over, but you have 3 windows, all of which open for a nice breeze, all of which are all going to be tinted with the shades. You also see that you have area on top if you need to plug anything in, along with appropriate outlets both left and right of the bed itself. Right here you got another emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You're also going to see that you have an area for a TV backer, and you have your dresser. So you're going to get 3 of these smaller drawers, and then you're going to get 4 of these larger drawers. So plenty of space to put, you know, some of your clothing. And this is going to be all the plugins for that TV backer. So they actually put an extra piece of wood back there so you can use it. I like the theme of those roller doors kind of going in, separating the bedroom and bathroom. And this back closet, they're going to make a couple changes But I just love this entire setup. This is a home run for me, as long as they kind of do what they're saying about adding in some area for some hanging clothes. But I love the mirror, that back accent lighting. It's absolutely massive. Dual vanity, plenty of countertops, outlets on both sides. And then both sides are also going to get some plumbing. And then 2 pull-out drawers as well. Outlet here, there, and there. You also got the mirror to check out the old bowling gun, baby. Head height in here is looking pretty darn nice. You know, 6 feet tall, probably going to say about 6'3" up here. Gets a little thinner on the front end of it, but that's okay. Got another porcelain foot flush throne, and this is definitely going to be, you know, a very suitable spot, especially when you leave, you know, this door open. You got plenty of room on both sides. And then while I got the camera here, I mean, height-wise, you're looking pretty darn good. I mean, right here, you're probably 6'1", 6'2". Right there, you're probably 6'4", 6'5". You got the Tri-Glide glass series, and you have a little place where you can sit down and help out, you know, get your shower on. So this is what I was talking about with that second desk situation. What I was recommending to them is they pull this out a couple more inches so you can put a laptop in there and use it. But, you know, you got a nice little vanity mirror right here. But they're talking about adding in like maybe like a U-shaped portion to put some hanging clothes. And that leads you over into another dresser or an area to put, you know, more stuff along with a cubby. So this is going to have the Rhino box. Anytime you see a massive front setup like this, it has that Rhino box because the structure of it allows for just a little bit more space. The flooring is also looking pretty nice with one little dip up that doesn't get in the way like it does, you know, on some of your models. But drop comments, let me know what you think. Now we're going to head around the outside, spend a couple moments out there, and then I'm going to get working, you know, on the rest of the campers here. But again, it's the 2025 Impression 360 MYR, which I don't know what that stands for, so that's kind of interesting. But we shall see. We shall see. Got the little tripod there. And let me know about the edits. I might start introducing a little bit more of those, you know, as I get a little bit more skilled. But again, the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description, along with that link for the pricing. You got the mirrored reflective finish with the little opening there, which I think just looks really nice. You also have the steps that are the fancy kind that flip up into the doorway. Really darn sturdy. And again, like I hinted on at the beginning, you're going to have the fiberglass aluminum frame construction. You have this massive pass-through storage, but I think the front cap just looks really nice there. You got a little overhaul. They got the big Forest River up front with Impression down there. I almost wonder if that should be flip-flopped. But there's that Rhino box. You got normal storage up in the front. They also have solar on the side right here too, which is nice. But that's going to be that heated and enclosed underbelly, and it's got that rib armor, so it's every 6 foot it's going to be sectional. And then you got the metal for like the slam latch doors, and they're going to be a little bit thin, but they are still the slam latch. They got a little bit of girth to them. You got the magnetic latch Rooney, and then pulling on through here. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff you could do with that. I mean, you could almost put a whole entire freaking kayak in this bad boy. Solar, 30 amp solar charge controller. Again, you got 100 watts of solar with the ability to go up to 500. Battery disconnect. All of my stuff for recording. Thermofoil, aluminum studding here, and it's going to be framed and welded at all points. You also got your apple juice opener right there, so if you want to crack on a couple cold ones, you got the ability to do that. And one thing that is a little bit different, that's for the speaker, by the way, so you can snap it on. One thing that is a little bit different, I don't recall seeing a fuse box outside like this, so that's a little bit interesting. I feel like if I was a kid, run by, and I was, you know, grandkids staying here, I knew what a fuse box is, I might just run by, power it all down, and walk away squealing and go jump in the lake. Cable, hookups, LED lights here underneath these awnings, and I would say the awning goes pretty much the entirety of this entire camper. So I mean, imagine you got picnic table, cornhole, you're kind of hanging out, chilling, and you got all the shade that you could possibly do. That's obviously retracted with a button. But they're also going to be the Solera 3000 series. So depending on what your solar situation is, you could run them, you know, off the battery, you know, or the solar as well. Right over here, you got some big boy tires, and I like that. They look really nice. They're aggressive looking. They're also going to be those Goodyears. So, you know, you hear about that on every forum, those old China bombs and all that. Well, now you got that. Here's the extended season package. So you got the force heated and enclosed underbelly, 12-volt heat pads, upgraded. Industry's largest furnace. So that's interesting. I'll have to check and see what that exactly is. And then you got your warranty right there for the tires. Heading out the back. Pretty classic for the for the backside. You got your towing package, so you're going to be able to tow 3,000-pound towing, 300-pound hitch rating, 2-inch receiver, and you are prepped for the rear observation camera as well, which is nice. And you got the ladder that goes up and over to the top of your fully walkable roof. So I mean, just helps kind of getting up and out a little bit easier. And you got a little container right here for the old stinky slinky. Keep the poo smell away from anything. Keep it away from anywhere that you need. Make sure you bring a towel with you. Got your dump valve here. You got a bucket to capture your AC water if you're in a big building that's 120 degrees and you got to put the AC on. It's hotter than things I can say on YouTube. Low point drain, gray galley tank drain, sewer connection right there as well. And then this is going to be where you plug in your 50 amp cord. And then right here is the back end of that pass-through storage. Absolutely massive. Love seeing that. But you also got a docking station with hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, city water connection, fresh water connection, all your different satellite hookups, and your different valves for like winterizing, and all that good stuff. Kind of shut the water down. Here is going to be that Suburban on-demand tankless hot water heater, that 60K water heater. So basically that'll just run off of the run off your propane. So anytime you have propane, you got hot water. Electric auto level control, and then propane behind this door. But all right, guys, I think that about wraps it up for the tour. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Again, it is the old prototype of Rooney, but it's the 2025 Impression 360 MYR. My name is Hunter. Hope to see you next time. See you. Meow, 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 no, 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 meow, no, 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 no.